Hello, today is Tuesday, May 30th, 2023. I have several minutes to go before I hit the road to walk to my work, and is the first weekday of this week. Yesterday was the replacement holiday. As usual, I am still interested in moving to an English-speaking country, including Australia. So let's take a look into how we can migrate or immigrate or emigrate to Australia. And also, I am trying to read this article to practice English with a focus on correct pronunciation and memorizing keywords, expressions, idioms, cliches. So it's a purely academic approach. And here we go. This one is from Live in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. This is from the Melbourne government. How to migrate to Australia. Migrating to another country is a big step to take, but thankfully you are not alone. The information here will help you better understand what you need to do and when. Move to Melbourne in 5 steps. There has never been a better time to move to Melbourne. Follow the 5 key steps below to migrate to Melbourne and settle in more comfortably, and then find out more about using a migration agent or lawyer, Australian permanent residency, and citizenship. Meet Simon, a consultant genetist from England, recently nominated by Victoria. Consultant genetist. I wonder what a genetist is. Step 1. Research your employment genetics. Oh, genetist. Genetics. Geneticist. Geneticist. Consultant genetist. Step 1. Genetics. Yeah. Step 1. Research your employment options. Getting work. Knowing what employment opportunities are available is important to achieving job security. We have plenty of information prepared for you to help you find a job in Melbourne and Victoria. Go to our work section to find out more about finding a job in Melbourne, Victorian industries. If you are planning on investing as a business in Melbourne, visit our Do Business section for operating in Melbourne, going into business in Victoria, business advice and support. Finding a home. When you migrate to Victoria, you can choose to live in the most livable city in the world, Melbourne, or in Victoria's beautiful regional areas. Find out more about Melbourne and discover everything regional Victoria has to offer. Go to our live section to learn more about housing and property. Making the move, it can take some time to get everything organized for your move to Victoria. Use our relocation checklist to get an idea of how long it can take to migrate. A migration agent or lawyer can also help you migrate to Victoria, but you can manage this process on your own. That's what I'm trying to take. See our Using a Migration Agent page for information about important things to consider when engaging a migration agent. Step 2. Apply for visa nomination if required. Victorian visa nomination can help you meet the requirements for some Australian skilled and business migration visas. Applying for Victorian visa nomination is easy and there is no charge. Very good. As we saw yesterday, the Canadian government charges about 2,500 Canadian dollars CAD per person for visa processing. See the visa nomination and assessment page for more information about Victorian visa nomination. So it is called the Victorian visa nomination. Discover all the visas that are eligible for visa nomination, business and investor visas, skilled migration visas. Step 3. Apply for a visa. You can apply for Victorian visa nomination through our website, but to apply for an actual Australian visa, you must apply through the Department of Home Affairs website, even if you have Victorian visa nomination. Step 4. Prepare to move. Gather your belongings and use our handy relocation checklist to help you organize your move. Step 5. Arrive and settle in. The Victorian government's Skilled and Business Migration Program offers services to help business, investor, and skilled migrants settle in Victoria. Investor relationship managers are also available for investment support and information. Visit these useful sections of our website to learn more. You can also learn more about settling in Australia on the Department of Home Affairs website. Live section. Find out more about housing and property, getting around, education, childcare, health and well-being, money and tax, environment and weather. Those subjects are quite important in deciding whether to migrate to Australia or to an overseas country, regardless where they are. And also, we have to research on those subjects. But by the way, I thought money and tax was money and sex. I think sex is also important. So make sure that you are not pedophiles, necrophilias, or sex offenders. Workstation. Find more about. I was just halting because I thought there was raining outside, because I have to work. And I work, so I don't want to have umbrella. Work section. Find more about finding a job in Melbourne, overseas qualifications unit. Do business section. Find out more operating in Melbourne, going into business in Victoria, banking, tax, and legal requirements. Those are quite an important subjects to check. Business advice and support, commercial property. Very good. In China, you cannot buy a land. Investment opportunities. Connect section. Find out more about employer visas and visa nomination. Victoria's industries. So a visa nomination does not guarantee you will get a visa. You just that you are qualified and you are eligible to apply and you are nominated, or the government wants you in Victoria. It's just nomination section. Right? Wrong? Okay, thanks for listening. I have to go to work, but this is a very short introductory article about moving to Melbourne in Victoria. I haven't been to Melbourne. I think I stayed there 2 nights and 3 days as a tourist back in 2012. So, of course, I stayed in Australia for close to 10 days as a part of my sojourn, my travel there. So I stayed in Melbourne for only 2 or 3 days there. But it seems like Melbourne was a good country with a good wine, good selection of wines. So I would strongly recommend Melbourne to you. Thanks for listening. Take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.